you might be wondering what some of these games I've been itching to play are. Well, some of them are the stuff I'm already covering, like Chaos Theory and Street Fighter 4. A lot of Street Fighter 4. Right, is it this bit where... No, I think it's later on, but I'm going to check up there just in case, because there's no battles during this. But for some reason I want to try speedrunning Final Fantasy 12, which is ironic and stupid, because it's the Final Fantasy I know the least about, and I've only beat it once, and I didn't know where I was going then, let alone now, after however many years. It's been 9 years since I touched that game. I've been watching a couple of people speedrun it, and I just got the flavour to try, because, you know, monkey see, monkey do. It's a stupid thought, but there it is. I've been wanting to play Alan Wake on the PC, because apparently you can enable developer commentary, so you can listen to Remedy talking while you play the game, which to me sounds like a fucking dream. I'm the kind of sad bastard who watches TV shows and films with director commentary on, because I'm fascinated by that kind of stuff. So to do that with a game just sounds like a dream. And I know you can do it in, is it Left 4 Dead, but it was done kind of weird there, and I never really liked the way they implemented it. So he might be hobbling after this round. No, he's not. But now that he's not getting the ambush on us, we're going to take him down a lot faster. Especially if he keeps doing this, because Auron's going to get free hits on him. Big hits too. And look, he's only 8 hits away from death. Can we use Quick Pockets to get that turn back? We can jump that turn up a little bit. Bang that on Auron. And then we can quick hit his tits off. We might even be able to finish him this turn. I don't think we can, but it'll be very close. Does he get a turn? Please get a turn. He doesn't, so he has to Sentinel or he'll die. But a lot of people have been asking about a Final Fantasy IX playthrough. And I keep saying the same thing. 9 is my favourite Final Fantasy, so there is literally no excuse to play that game. I would love to play it. It's just, these are very large series that run for a very long time. And any series that runs for a large amount of time can be burnt out on. And especially if you do them back to back. So you'll notice I've left a couple of months between my 8 and the beginning of this. I say a couple of months, it's been like a year since I did that one. Because it's a big thing, and not everybody can face it. It's a little bit overwhelming. And don't get me wrong, I'm the guy on YouTube who, the bigger the series, the better. Give me, you know, 1 million hour-long videos and I'm happy. Because I put them on as like a distraction noise when I'm doing things. Because I rarely watch guides for help unless it's something very specific, and even then, I'll watch one rotation of whatever the technique is, and then I'll immediately try and do it myself and figure it out from there, because I think that's just the best way to be. But if everybody was like that, I wouldn't have an audience. So I'm glad people appreciate walkthroughs, or I would be doing something vastly different. I think this is the fight that you can skip. This is the one I always skip anyway. Yeah. Now when we get to that last one, we can kill him. So I don't know if this is any different, because we've done this one, but we'll soon find out. Yojimbo's probably... Oh no, it's not an ambush. So Riku needs to give Waka an entrust so we can speed this up a little bit. Get that Penance fight started. So I'm really excited to fight Penance. It's been a very long time, and that guy used to give me nightmares. Not literally, of course, just I've had some epic fights with him. And I only won a few of them, so he's a very dangerous foe. I wish I started my YouTube channel earlier, and I wish I had a better mic earlier. I went far too long using that Turtle Beach headset, and it was a mistake. 1, 2, 1, 2. Because the amount of games that I've covered is awesome, but if I'd have started earlier, I'd have covered so many games that I have such a fondness for, and they probably would have done really well, because some of them were pretty tough. Pretty damn tough. He did Kozuka to Aaron. Aaron, sorry, Aaron. Come on, he called him Aaron. With one A. Because that makes sense. Can we kill him without dispelling Aaron? I am too afraid to try, even though I think we probably can. But I'm a scaredy cat. But the release schedule for games at the moment is so bad. It's really bad. Like, you've got the order coming to PS3 very shortly, but I don't... PS4, sorry, but I don't own one, so I can't cover that. I'll be enjoying that vicariously through Big Benedict's channel. And then you've got, like, the new Resident Evil, which I am looking forward to, but I've played it a dozen times before. Sure, I can't really remember it, but it's not a new game, really. And then there's that Final Fantasy that's coming out, that port from PSP, which I just don't understand how they can release that again and call it a fucking retail price. I hope it's not. But then again, I have no idea what that game is, I just hear that it's good. And when I hear Final Fantasy and good, in modern times, you know, I'm expecting it not to be so good. I'm expecting it to be people with very large rose-tinted glasses on. Because whenever anybody mentions Final Fantasy 13 being good, I just kind of inwardly shiver. Because that's a game that I find mind-numbingly bad. It's up there with like Resident Evil 6 and Destiny with a game that is such high production values, but such a giant piece of shit. And I would actually take Destiny off of that, because Destiny is a great game, but the part where it's a game is missing. There is so little to it. It's like, if you're not PvPing, there's fuck all to do, unless you're obsessed with grinding and farming and all that stuff. Which to me, if I can grind and farm at a place where they pay me, I don't have to do it when I come home, which is one of the reasons why I've disliked this part of Final Fantasy X so much, because it's doing the same thing repeatedly for profit is not fun for me. I would rather do something a million times that is skill dependent than do something luck dependent once, because I hate that shit. Like, I'd rather do one frame links all day practicing those, because I know I'm missing it, it's me that's missing it, and when I land it, it's all me. But when it comes to RNG drops and experience farming, it's the reason why I've never been an MMO person, because to me, they've turned gaming into work. And that probably sounds hypocritical coming from somebody who currently makes their earnings from video games, because that's exactly what I've done to some people. But the difference being is, it's not really games that earn me the money, it's the videos. I just use games as the subjects for them, because that's what I'm most passionate about at this moment. Other than, like, you know, my wonderful girlfriend and various other things that you don't really get to see too much of. But I couldn't be a Korean gold farmer for MMOs, you know, in those warehouses just farming gold for people. I couldn't do it. And I appreciate that the people doing it probably don't want to be doing it, because it's kind of like a sweatshop, like a digital sweatshop. But still, like, phew, doesn't sound fun to me. But it's better than being a slave or being murdered, so if it was a choice between those, I'd probably pick it. So this is a really good Yojimbo pattern so far. He's not been too wacky friendly, and he keeps doing moves we can counter. And the counter hits hit this guy hard because he's not very strong. And that's another Yojimbo fight down. I can't believe you can split up those sisters the way that it works. Like, I've ran up there before and hit the save point, but that was just so that I could fight them closer. See, if that was ribbon, that would have been the piece of equipment I was farming for about 5 hours to get and never got. But it wasn't, and thus Yojimbo can suck a big fat meaty dick. Take a foot long in his face. Yeah! Yeah! Foot long! You like that, don't you, bitch? So this is the final encounter? Yeah, this is it. This is the last one. And because this is the last one, I believe his overdrive charge is faster. So this one actually could be kind of dangerous. But I don't know if it dispels auto life. So hopefully we can kill him before it gets that far. Praise be to Evan. There's the Calabolg. There's the ambush. You can't see that giant smelly wardrobe behind you. And he just chops Tidus in half. We won, but at what price? So let's test this overdrive building. It's not that much faster, is it really? I was listening to a Dark Kefka video the other day, and he mentioned how this final phase has a faster overdrive build-up, but it doesn't look that much faster to me. Maybe that's a PS2 thing, I don't know. I feel sorry for that YouTuber. He gets a lot of shit over how he speaks, which the dude's like a... The guy speaks like who he is, you know, you can't help the way you speak unless you do crazy diction lessons and regionless diction speaking, like news presenters, who they all sound fake as fuck because they have to, because nobody wants you to sound black or Asian or Chinese or common. Everybody has to sound this poncy English that you hear every day without thinking about it. Maybe it's on his attacks, that could be the distinction. On his attacks he gets a super build of Aeon Juice. But unfortunately he doesn't get more life, so this is... So, see, he's already injured. 8 more hits and we're done. Right, watch his overdrive. Watch him get max. So Wakizashi still hurts. But that looked a little bit better, but I haven't really been paying attention. It's not enough, because he's dead. Ish. Doing it background, just going nuts on keyboard. Yeah, get them synthesizers going, son. And you know what? Let's introduce him to attack rails. Say hello to my balls. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, I'm not seeing much of an increase, other than when he attacks. Well, I believe that Dark Kefka guy because he sounds like he plays Final Fantasy a lot. Like, to this day, still playing it. But that is Dark Yojimbo. Once you kill him 5 times, you can no longer farm him. So if you're still in need of decent gear that includes ribbons and things of that nature, break HP limit, he's probably the best way to farm it. But I'm so sick of farming him, I can't wait to get rid of him. And he's still giving me shit to this day. So you shouldn't shrug now. There you go. Praise be to Yevon means you've killed him, as opposed to him disappearing. And now, the Calmland should open up, and Penance should be unsealed. So if you're an international person... I say international, if you're a North American person, you probably have never seen this. Because it didn't exist in your version of the game until this one. It's a very pleasant noise. When I think of lasers, that is a good laser noise. It's like a crystally laser. And there he is. That is his wireframe. Well, technically not a wireframe, but it's his frame. Never liked how this dude looked. Always thought he looked a bit stupid. Looks even stupider in the second phase when he turns into that Orotsuki Doji monster. Monster. But that is Penance, guys. That is the guy we've been building towards this entire playthrough. The guy who terrorized my childhood for a couple of weeks. I don't remember his colours being that like that on the his like wingy bit, because when you find him on top of the airship, it's very desaturated. It's kind of a strange choice of an effect. But this is going to be a long fight, guys, so we're going to have to prepare for it by getting stuff. Namely, we're going to refill on X potions and Phoenix Downs. And then begins attempt 1 of Yojimbo.
You're counting on
of Penance. The beast, the one, the only. And there he is. Do not click that by accident, or you will regret it. Goodness me, it was so funny when I first did this, because I'd kill all Dark Aeons and I was a baller. I was as strong as it got. I am the strongest thing in Final Fantasy X. I am so good. Nobody has ever tread this path. I am truly a conqueror, a legend. And then I took on Penance and I couldn't hit him. And the biggest fear I have now is that when I attack one of these arms, I don't hit it. Because that's exactly what happened on my first time through. I had my luck high enough to hit the Aeons, but it doesn't have to be too high to hit them. But Penance, you need it to be kind of high. And it was the most humbling experience in this game I've ever had. Because I went from feeling like King Kong to, is it Naomi Watts who played the woman in the new one? It sucked. It was back to the drawing board. You know, the walkthrough was terrible for Penance too. It literally says, this is the most devastating creature in the game. You'll have to have max stats and a lot of luck. Good luck. Like, that is the strategy. There's no do this, do this, do that. It's just good luck. I'll never forget that. Fucking obnoxious it was. But, time to get this dude some money, and I bet you all he doesn't go away when she does it. He's got a thing for Waka. I think he likes the man action. They've probably got a similar IQ. See what I mean? Never! And I bet you what, Waka makes it leave. There's something going on here. Does Waka like animals? Does this animal like Waka? Like what? You see? This is so weird! Waka and Valhalla are best friends. Shame we couldn't ride him into battle, that'd be good. So is that enough to cover what we've just used? It is. Awesome. So, yeah, we're as ready as we're ever going to be. So aboard the airship, we'll save, and then it is time for contrition to repent.